Today we're checking out a super cool new AI product called Bloom. Now, Bloom is taking a unique angle on the AI content generation category. So while there's a lot of competition in tools that can just spin up different assets, Bloom is really emphasizing the idea of this brand layer for software, for agents, for marketing. And a big way they do that is going very feature forward on what Bloom can do. So that means connecting via MCP, via API. It integrates with your entire AI stack, and so you don't have to make a ton of adjustments to start working with this. I tested it out myself a little bit. It creates some cool stuff. So we're going to check out the homepage here and look at some social media stuff and see if Bloom is conveying that value effectively for first-time visitors to the homepage, because ultimately we want them to be able to drive more traffic to this page and then convert. We see that Bloom is calling itself this new brand layer, and off the bat, they're really pushing the AI integration aspect of this. I think the demo video is strong. We're seeing how the API works, the MCP, everything plugs in easily and it's ready to go fast. Thing is, we only see a brief image of what Bloom actually produces on the other end. They're very upfront with the integrations, and so it does get me wondering, what is the actual quality of what this produces? And let's hope that they address that some more on the homepage here. As we scroll down, we see kind of a reiteration of those points that we just saw in the demo video. Talks about ingesting from any source. We see that brand layer visual again, start creating. And then it says image, video, copy, campaigns, one canonical brand. So that's good. But again, I want to see what this thing is actually making, because these visuals are kind of abstract. Now, some more features. We see that they can do updates fast. You get unlimited brands. It has searches, references, more access stuff. And then again, showing us just more integration, how it works with agents. So at this point in the homepage, if I'm scrolling and let's say I'm a designer or a marketer or something like that, maybe I'm not super technical, I'm starting to wonder if this is for me or not. Maybe it's for a technical founder who just needs some help with their brands. So I think it could help Bloom to really narrow down a target audience here. Are you going for the more technical crowd? Are you going for more the everyday designers who are just starting to experiment with AI and start producing more content with it? Is this for individual creators? Is this for teams? Is this for founders? We see something here about teams for unlimited members. So now I'm thinking, oh, maybe this is just for bigger teams or agencies that are working with already existing brands. But once again, we're almost halfway down the homepage here. I still haven't seen anything that Bloom actually produces or examples of the assets. I'm also not seeing any of the major pain points addressed. So why might I need something like Bloom? What are the challenges that people are facing when they're making content now? And they do have a really strong angle here, being brand alignment, brand cohesion, congruence, fighting back against this idea of brand drift, or fighting back against this idea that content is now produced super fast and at a high volume, but the quality might not necessarily be as good. And if you talk to anybody using AI right now, they know what that feels like and they know what I'm talking about. So that's something that Bloom might want to consider, is making those pain points and callouts a little bit more upfront on the homepage. And so you're speaking to what people are going through right now. We see them hit on this a little bit. I like the language here. Bloom unifies into one brand system. I like the one canonical brand idea, but the problem that this thing is solving is bigger than that and it's deeper than that, and I don't feel like it's getting the call out that it necessarily deserves here. And this is the kind of language that I'm looking for here more, which is built for brand consistency at every scale. At the speed that people are working at right now, so scale and speed. So it seems like they're on point with the messaging. It can just be expanded upon, and they can work in a lot more pain points and call out specific workflows that are difficult or causing problems or bottlenecks. Maybe talking about how the bottlenecks have changed. It used to be you couldn't produce enough content fast enough, and now with AI, it's the opposite problem. There's too much and it's too fast, and you're losing cohesion and you're losing alignment. And the big villain here being this idea of brand drift. So if you're putting out content and it doesn't look like your brand or sound like it, or it's not hitting the same message, that has consequences. And each of these use cases, the who it's for section, marketers and developers, founders, these are very different use cases. They're coming at this from different angles. And so I like the visualizations here, but you can expand on these sections. These could be their own landing pages. They can be their own campaigns for social media or for ads eventually. And so I think it would benefit Bloom a lot if they really dove deep on the exact types of workflows that each of these audience types are working through right now, the challenges that they're facing, because that's how you get people to really invest in this and say, look, they're talking to me directly. I'm experiencing all these exact problems, and Bloom seems like the right fit right now. So we're looking to bump up the relatability of this. We're looking for more explicit callouts, calling out the challenges that everybody's going through with AI content. And we also need to see the results that Bloom can get for people. So do the ad campaigns actually perform better? Or do these marketers, are they able to cut down on the number of reviews that they go through? Or are they able to get their content out without having to go through these long revision cycles? That's a big issue. Or for software developers, does that mean, faster time to market for their new features and they can launch faster? And does that result in more conversions for them? Or if you're talking to founders, you can say, you you can get your MVP up way quicker and do this excellent branding for it. And look at the results that we got for these founders who are using Bloom. And of course, we want to see the actual types of assets that these different teams use and show real examples of what Bloom actually produces, because they do produce some cool stuff. And if we jump over to the X page, you can see that it does make some really nice looking graphics. It looks highly customizable. Again, it's super on brand with whatever they're doing. Stuff like this should be on the homepage and it should be more visible. And this is really the core of what Bloom is giving people, is it's giving them on brand assets and fighting back against brand drift. And meanwhile, most of the homepage is talking about MCP, is talking about, the connectivity and how it links up with your AI tools. So there's a lot of good real estate here that they could use to build their case a little bit stronger and lead people to the endpoint. I think they've really front load the tech features of this because maybe that's what, Y Combinator was looking for in their requests and their recommendations. So I understand that. But to reach a broader audience and to reach different types of audiences, everybody's at a different level of technical sophistication right now. And so making this a bit more digestible for different types of users and also giving the more technical users that assurance that yes, this does connect with your stack and you don't have to worry about that. So there are a ton of opportunities here for Bloom. I'm super excited for them. This product does look awesome, and I'm psyched to see what they come out with next and how they really roll this thing out to get to the next level. So that about wraps it up today. If you like the video, hit the subscribe, hit the follow, whatever you got to do, and I'll see you next time. Bye.